Hi, everyone, and welcome to Murder and Merlot.
We are a true crime book club podcast.
I'm your host, Tara.
And I'm your host, Michelle.
We are putting down our books and picking up the paper.
Because this is the morning news.
A absolute big surprise morning news. Even more so than the last one. We're here.
It's our Christmas present to you.
Yay, you're welcome.
An extra episode.
Yeah, because, everything about this season so far has kind of been crappy with, lockdowns and all that kind of stuff. So we're here to spread some Christmas cheer.
Absolutely.
And that rhymed beautifully. Just saying.
It did.
Yeah. So yeah, we're here for an extra episode, and we are just as surprised as you guys because we decided literally right before we started recording our book club episode that, hey, let's just do one more while we're at it.
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that happened and we just needed to talk about it before next year.
Right? Yeah, we're like, oh, we should do this true crime update and that one, and then this happened, and oh my God. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe we should just break this off, because our book club episodes, they're great. We love them so much, but they're their own entity. This is like all those updates. We need a morning news for them.
And I literally sent Tara so many articles this week because I was like, what is happening?
Oh my God. And I kept thinking that too.
We haven't had an update in weeks, and then all of a sudden it's like,
I know.
Okay, here we go.
It totally comes in waves. There'll be times when it's just we just get bombarded with all this stuff. We need to talk about this. And then the next time we'll be kind of scrounging, not finding anything that great, no updates, but this is interesting, so we'll talk about this, but nothing that compelling,
Yeah.
But it seems like anytime we have a break from morning news, we just get hit with all these great articles. So we're here. We're making an exception.
Yeah.
And like you said,
some cosmic shift.
Yeah. We didn't want to wait until the new year because it would be an entire month before we record our next one. Well,
it would
maybe
be
not.
Kind of irrelevant, I think,
exactly.
by the time we got there. So
it would be yeah, we know. We know this.
That happened in 2020,
girls. Right? And we are over that shit. Let's not go back.
So over it.
Yeah. Right?
Once we hit 2021, everything's going to improve.
Yes, that
Universe,
is.
Are you listening?
That's what we're saying. Let's put it out there. Yeah. If we put it out there, it's going to happen. It's going to be better.
Absolutely.
Really, it can only go up from here, I would think. It's not a challenge.
I'm not challenging the universe in that way. I'm not doing it. I'm just saying 2021 is going to be better.
Yes, 100%. All right. Well, we're not going to make this episode too long, so we better jump into it.
All right, friends, grab your glass and get cozy. Let's talk about murder.
Tink,
tink. I'm really afraid of saying grab your grass now, because that's what I said. Seriously. 2 weeks ago or whenever that aired.
Once you say a phrase wrong like that, it is so hard to recover. Honestly, every time we record an episode and at the end when I have to say bottled up, it is so difficult for me because I've slurred it so many times that I just panic. And so it's one phrase that I'm oh my God, every single time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you get grab your grass, just forgive me.
Just keep going. You know what to do. We don't have to tell you.
Right. So our first is an update about the man that was accused of killing the Red Deer doctor. It's a case we've talked about a lot. I'm not going to dive back into all the details about it, but he has been seen by mental health professionals. He's been said that he's fit to stand trial. He also just pled guilty. No, sorry. He pled not guilty. Sorry.
Not guilty. Yes.
And he wants to represent himself.
Mm-hmm.
He has been offered and recommended that he should have legal counsel. He has a right to legal counsel, but he keeps saying that nobody in Canada can represent him effectively.
Yep. Exactly.
And he wants to have his trial as soon as possible. So I'm just going to read a little bit from the Global News. And Bill Graveland wrote this. It says, Maybeer has indicated on a number of occasions that he didn't want a lawyer, didn't trust the Canadian justice system, and would represent himself at trial. That position didn't change Friday at his appearance before Judge Gordon Yake, who ordered the duty counsel to speak to Mabior. I tried to persuade him about the benefits of having a lawyer, and I could not convince him there is any merit in obtaining a lawyer. One of the things he expressed is that he didn't think a lawyer would follow his instructions, defense lawyer Murray Shack told the judge. The prosecution has decided not to seek a preliminary hearing in the case and instead go directly to trial. Shack said Mabior didn't want a preliminary hearing either. He advised me that his interest is in going to trial as soon as possible, said the defense lawyer. Prosecutor Bina Border expressed concern that Mabior would be self-represented at trial and that a section of the criminal code would allow court to appoint a lawyer to a self-represented individual. The judge says that's not the case. That part of the criminal code that I reviewed carefully only allows me to appoint counsel in the event that the fitness issue remains before the court. I don't have jurisdiction at this point to appoint counsel, said Yake. I'm compelled to commit Mr. Mabior to stand trial on the charges and to send him for arraignment to the Court of Queen's Bench in Red Deer. Mabior's trial date is to be scheduled on December 7th. And so that's where we have it for now. We, of course, will keep you updated on this one as it progresses.
Yes, but we were both pretty fired up about that when it first came out. So we wanted to update you guys as well, so you could also feel the rage that we're feeling.
He pled not guilty. Like, are you kidding?
Yeah. Michelle sent me the article and I just made a list of all my points. First of all, not guilty. Fuck you.
Second of all, go ahead, represent yourself.
Absolutely. Because we know how that's going to go. Not going to go well. And honestly, I guess it's a good thing because he's not going to do a good job. He's going to get put away for a long time. I mean, fingers crossed, but I can't see it going well for him if he represents himself because we've seen it time and time again, cases like Ted Bundy,
right?
It just really shows.
Good job.
Yeah, it really shows a person's character, I think, when they choose to represent themselves. Who do you think you are that you are?
How narcissistic do you have to be?
That's my only thought when I hear that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Like we've said 100 times about the case, we will keep you guys updated because we are following it closely.
And fired up.
Yeah. Every time I get a article from Michelle, I'm like, oh yeah.
Bring it.
Bring it on. And then, immediately I just go off. Another article that she sent to me was this one. Granddaughter of Manson family victim Rosemary LaBianca found stabbed to death in U.S. So this was on, I got my article from 7 News, and this is so suiting. The journalist that wrote this article is named Pip Christmas. And it's just,
I love that.
Beautiful, and it's cosmic, and it's just meant to be for right now.
Right?
I was like, that can't honestly be the name. And then I looked at it. Yep, no, that's the journalist. So I love it.
100% is.
We love you, Pip. Keep them coming.
Right?
Just reading directly from the article because we threw this together really quickly. So the granddaughter of Rosemary LaBianca, who was brutally murdered by Charles Manson's family in the late 1960s, has been found stabbed to death in the U.S. Ariana Woke was found in a pool of blood in an apartment in Denver, Colorado, police confirmed. The 40-year-old was found dead on July 3rd this year, which is interesting because we're not hearing about it until now, which is December. Yeah. So that's interesting. I wonder why. Jose Sandoval Romero, 24, has been charged with her murder, the Denver District Attorney Office said. A post-mortem examination found several stab wounds to her neck and apparent defensive stab wounds to her arms and hands, which I always think is just the worst.
Horrific.
It scares the shit out of me. According to Denver police, the suspect confessed when he was arrested 4 days after the woman's body was found. In the statement given by her Ariana's sister, she said that Ariana was a very happy, sweet, kind, loving child who gifted her family with many fond memories. She loved the county fair, festivals, and the river, mountains, and forest. Ariana was a single mom with one son who was the joy of her life.
Yeah, this
Ugh.
article made me sad.
It just gets you right in the feels.
And just the similarities between the
Yeah,
brutality of her grandmother's death and hers
yeah,
is unnerving.
absolutely. And I'm definitely going to look for updates on this one because I couldn't find anywhere the reasoning behind the murder, like anything leading up to
Neither could
it,
I.
any relation between the murderer and the victim. Like he was 24 and she's 40. Like I don't know what the relationship was there or how this happened, but like you said, the similarities are disturbing.
It's disturbing. And I'm really interested to hear what comes out in his trial.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, so I'm going to keep an eye on that one.
Yeah. If he gets a trial, like if he pleads not guilty, then he'll get a trial. If he pleads guilty, then that's different.
Yeah. Yeah. It's it's difficult because it's like you want to hear all the details, but at the same time it's like you're guilty, you're guilty. Like we just want to put you away,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like a not guilty trial will bring up all of the dirt. So
right. And how many times have we said we just need to know why?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Need to know. So yeah.
And I don't really have a bizarre article for this one, but it's just another like super big thing that happened in the true crime community this week that
huge
was needed to be talked about. So I'm just going to read you the title of the article because it pretty much says it all. After 51 years, the Zodiac Killer's cipher has been solved by amateur codebreakers. This article is from ctvnews.ca, and the author is Leah Asmelash and Sherry Mosberg. And I'm sorry if I mispronounced your names, but I'm gonna read you a little bit. More than 50 years after the so-called Zodiac Killer first began terrorizing the streets of Northern California, a code-breaking team is believed to have finally cracked one of the mysterious killer's coded messages sent to the San Francisco Chronicle in 1969. Dubbed the 340 cipher, the message was unraveled by a trio of codebreakers: David Oranchak, a software developer in Virginia, Jarl van Eyck, a Belgian computer programmer, and Sam Blake, an Australian mathematician. Decoding the cipher revealed the following messages. It was sent in all capital letters, with punctuation, and included the misspelling of paradise. I hope you're having lots of fun in trying to catch me. That wasn't me on the TV show, which brings up a point about me. I'm not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner. Because I now have enough slaves to work for me where everyone else has nothing when they reach paradise, so they are afraid of death. I am not afraid because I know that my new life will be an easy one in paradise death. The TV show the message refers to is The Jim Dunbar Show, a Bay Area television talk show. The cipher was sent 2 weeks after a person claiming to be the Zodiac Killer called into the show. It was incredible. It was a big shock. I never really thought we'd find anything because I'd grown so used to failure, Oranchak, who's been working on solving the killer's messages since 2006, told CNN. He talks a little bit more about how long he's been working on it and coming up with false positives and phantoms, and he just got used to thinking that this wasn't going to happen. The trio did take their findings to the FBI a week ago, but they didn't reveal their breakthrough until the FBI's confirmed cleared by the authorities, they said. And the Zodiac Killer is most known for leaving a trail of 5 unsolved murders between 1968 and 1969. He was never caught, but he gained notoriety by writing letters to police and local media up until 1974, sometimes in code, boasting of the killings. Bloody bits of clothing were included with his letters as proof of his actions, and he claims that he killed as many as 37 people. The FBI had put out a statement just saying that due to the ongoing nature of the investigation and out of respect for the victims and their families, we will not be providing further comment at this time. So there is 2 other unsolved ciphers, and Oranchak had said that they were really lucky and they found this one that had part of the answer, but it wasn't obvious, and so they don't have huge hopes for solving the other 2 because they're really short ciphers. And the only disappointing part was that in solving this one that was nice and long, there was hope that there'd be some sort of identity reveal in it, and there wasn't.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I know.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about it a little bit before we started recording, but yeah, we both got bombarded with information about this. As soon as the news broke, it was everywhere. And it was like, holy shit, this is happening. So very exciting, very interesting. I mean, you wish that there would be more information that actually led to somebody uncovered, but regardless, it's still very cool. Always here for a code message. They're very
totally.
Yeah.
And I have a soft spot in my heart for the people that solved it because they're software developers, and my hubby's a software developer, and
yeah,
he's a smart freaking guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And working on it since 2006, that's insane.
Right.
That's a lot of commitment. So bravo.
Just really settled into his quarantine well.
Yeah. Well, they're like right away when quarantine started, it was like there was that meme going around like, okay, just give us the cold case files. Like we got the time.
Right,
let's go through them.
John Bonet. We're gonna
all the things. So it's like it's not quite solved, but like that's a huge thing for this case. So that's huge. So cool.
Yeah, and I'd mentioned it in our previous episode because I was reading about Zodiac and stuff, but they've never closed that case. And so there's hope that with the new advancements in technology and DNA profiling and whatnot, that they might be able to actually identify who the killer was. So
yeah, that'd be amazing. That'd be like the next huge one after Golden State Killer.
Golden State.
So here's to hoping. Fingers crossed. That'd be incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. I tell you, 2021.
Yeah,
it's a good year.
It's gonna be our year. it's what most people said about 2020. Keep in mind. Not so much.
I had no idea the dumpster fire we were walking into in 2020, though. So
just think about yourself exactly 1 year ago today, and where you were at in life, and what was happening, and what was your norm, and just think about that as you try to go to the grocery store, or try to make Christmas plans or anything else like that.
Walk into the bank with your face completely covered, which is so freaking foreign to me, but it's so strange.
I've done it a few times now, and it just feels so wrong. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but this is the thing. You guys good? I'm good. Okay, we're good.
I'm not trying to rob you, I swear.
Yeah.
I did, like, when I went to the bank the other day, I did take my toque off because I was like, I feel like I'm less threatening with my hair showing that I'm a hot mess.
Look, I'm normal. I'm just in this quarantine thing too.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Such a crazy world that we live in.
It's crazy, but we hope that everybody has a very Merry Christmas. Everybody stays safe, and we hope you have a Happy New Year.
Yeah, and just make the best of it, even if it's not what you have planned or what you think it's going to be. You just make the best of it. It's all you can do. Just stay positive. Just support each other. Be there for each other, even if it's not in person.
Right.
Check in with
Find the joy in the little things. Do something different.
Exactly. You can still make your plans. Still make it a Christmas. It just might not be with the people that you see. But I do know some people that have been affected by the whole COVID thing. And they're saying, we can give up this one Christmas so then our loved ones can be with us next year for Christmas. So if you're having a hard time with it, really good one. Just think of that. Yeah.
And tell you 2021's going to be better.
It's going to be great.
I'm going to get a little bit sappy here, but I just wanted to thank all you guys for listening to us all year long, because we really appreciate you and we think you're awesome. So thank you.
My heart. Absolutely. I guess this will be our final episode for 2020, the first year that we began this whole endeavor, and it's been
crazy, wild,
crazy. Right? It's not exactly what we expected, but it's exceeded our expectations. But it's been a lot of work, but it's a lot of rewarding work, and we have loved it.
We put a lot of love into these episodes, and we think it's pretty great.
Yeah. We thought it was just going to be like a casual, like, it's not going to take up too much time. It's just going to be a here and there.
Fine.
It's all good. But little did we know a year ago that this will consume our lives.
And
There's
in the best way possible, though.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. There's the writing, the editing, the
Yes.
posting, the interacting. We love every bit of it. Just takes up a lot of our lives, and that's just fine because we're learning a lot. We're getting to do such a cool thing, and we're getting to talk to such interesting people that it's all worth it.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I get to talk to you every week, so it still makes me happy.
We have a standing date every single week. It's my favorite part of the weekend.
Totally. And it's sounds weird, but it's been really good for my mental health.
Me too. Michelle's the only person that I can, brain dump to and like be like, hey, I'm not okay. Because I don't do that with anybody. So to talk to Michelle every single week is really great.
Oh, and same here. I adore you.
Oh.
You're my favorite.
Oh. Okay.
This is getting all sappy.
It's getting real sappy. Michelle has this thing about her that can just make me cry like that. So let's not go there.
Yeah. Let's not cry on this episode. I've already done that once this year.
I was going to say, we get one episode a year, no more.
Right? Oklahoma City bombing. You got me. That's it.
Exactly. I wonder what it's going to be next year.
Oh, God.
I can only imagine. Well, yes. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. And let us know what you guys think about the episode. Mm-hmm. Send us a message. Wish us a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is you guys celebrate.
We'll
and
take any
if you see us, absolutely. And if you see a story we should cover, make sure you send it in. Or if you see any updates to the stories that we're talking about, absolutely let us know. You can email us at murdermerlot@gmail.com. Find us on Instagram at Murder Merlot Podcast, Facebook at Murder Merlot Podcast, and Twitter at Murder Merlot1.
You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, and pretty much anywhere else you can find podcasts. We would love if you subscribed, and if you don't, you're dead to me.
And remember to drink wine.
Because it's not good to keep things bottled up. Bye.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
All the best in 2021.
Okay, bye.
Bye.